So we're here on the Spring Elks Scholars service trip. 15 Elks Scholars have traveled from all over the U.S. to spend their week learning and serving and connecting in the name of the Elks throughout the city of New Orleans. The purpose of Elks Scholars service trips is to give a chance for these scholars who are spread across the U.S. to come together and get to meet their family. And not only are they building relationships with one another and with these Elks members, but they're also doing it through the act of service.
So we've only been here for a couple of days, but we've done a lot. On Monday, we worked at a community garden for the community to have access to fresh herbs and vegetables, and also to provide a safe space for previously incarcerated youth.
On Tuesday, we went to the Giving Hope Food Pantry of New Orleans.
And then today, it was just beads, beads, beads. We worked sorting beads, which was a concept that was so New Orleans and so perfect to where we are.
We're sorting beads that are going to be repackaged and sold. It's a nonprofit organization.
I think this operation is really cool because the money that they make from reselling these beads goes to pay the salary of the people that work here.
The motto of the camp that we're serving with this week is to restore and be restored. I think we've just learned so much.
When you're studying and you're working so hard to get A's and you get caught up in like, oh, you need to get a job, you need to make money, you don't really realize why you do it. You can come to a place like this and make $8 an hour and they're struggling to even like eat a meal. Like you could actually make an impact that you don't even know you should be making.
On Wednesday, we got to go spend time at the New Orleans Lodge, and they were wonderful to arrange. Arthur Hardy got to come, was very involved in Mardi Gras, and he kind of explained what the tradition is about and explained some of the history of New Orleans to the scholars.
You know, we have generations of people and generations of Elks willing to help and serve. And I just think it's interesting to hear from them what they did when they were younger, what they're doing now, and to see that service is really lifelong.
I've been an Elk for 21 years, and so it is a pleasure having these remarkable young people coming down here to visit us and to do volunteer work.
I'm really appreciative of all the older members because they just teach me that, you know, you can always be young at heart when you give to others and when you serve others.
You really kind of start to understand why they call it a family, and to get to participate in that is really special.
The scholars that I've met on this trip, I can tell that we're going to keep in touch, that we're going to stay friends. I know that Elks will always be there for me, just like a family would be.
And it's really nice to go back on and say, oh, I'm part of this community, I'm part of this thing that's helping other people. I can look around and be like, oh, you're an Elk, haha, I'm an Elk too. And so it's just something that means a lot to me.
When you earn something, it comes with rights, and when you've given a gift, it comes with responsibilities. And I think that's just so true with this scholarship, that Elks have been so generous, and to just kind of pass that on to a community is just a really great thing.
So I've just been really encouraged and inspired by the city and the people they are, and that I feel like they've taught our group a lot about what it means to be resilient.
I think that's what makes it so fun and interesting, because you go in with this open mind and you meet people from just all over, and they have stories that are different from yours, and then they have stories that are very similar to yours, and it's just neat to see how we're all Elk Scholars and we're all joined by this common thread, but we have such different rich perspectives and backgrounds, but we can all come together and work together and learn from each other.
Elks family!